Good morning. Today we are going to do a different kind of travel. Let me explain.
The unique mission of today is to surrender my itinerary planning to artificial intelligence. Utilizing ChatGPT, I am giving some general direction on how I would like to spend my day for traveling down the Oregon coast. I ask it to plan an itinerary for one day, including beautiful sights, easy hikes, and regional cuisine.
Here's a little backstory. When I was in my early 20s, I was a flight attendant for a major US airline. Now, this is the mid-2000s. The internet was not in my pocket. In fact, the internet was connected to a larger computer that was nowhere near me. Now, since I was a brand new flight attendant, I often took my trips last minute. I would be waiting at the airport for another flight attendant to drop off or something to change, and all of a sudden I was being whisked away to either a foreign country or a US city I had never been to before. Because I got into that career field due to my love for travel, I would often spend days off or time that I could get to a computer creating itineraries, looking up blogs, and trying to create plans just in case I ever got called to go to that place. Fast forward to today, with technology changes, the internet is in my pocket. And not only do I have the power to do the research myself, look at blogs, look at other YouTube videos and suggestions, I love Google Maps, but with the power of AI, I can just ask it to create an itinerary for me. Now, this trip up or down the Oregon coast has been on my radar for a number of years. It's not an original idea, which is why I thought it would be perfect to test out this AI itinerary planning.
Welcome to Oregon.
I mean, it's basically touristic sightseeing at its finest. And so, let's give it a shot.
Following the direction of regional foods, my first stop is for breakfast at Astoria Coffee House and Bistro. This funky little joint is just a couple of blocks from the Columbia River, and there is a refreshing indoor-outdoor atmosphere. I opted for a vanilla latte and a bagel sandwich and was happy with the quality. Stop number 2 provided the first opportunity for beautiful sights as well as some physical activity. The Astoria Column is located atop Coxcomb Hill, and the purpose of its construction in 1926 was to pay homage to the people and the natural riches of the Pacific Northwest. Artist Artilia Pusserla chronologically depicted the development of the region from a time before the arrival of white people. As the column ascends, artwork progresses to the arrival of the railroad in the mid-1800s.
Yeah, 162 stairs to the top. Let's get going. That's a great view. Now, back down.
Our next stop takes us to the first state park of the day. Fort Stevens State Park is located just a few miles west of Astoria. Fort Stevens marks the site of military installation once used to guard the mouth of the Columbia River. Our first stop is the wreck of Peter Iredell. In my previous video, I discussed some of the hazards mariners face at the mouth of the Columbia River. Unfortunately, on October 25, 1906, British sailing ship Peter Iredell ran aground at Fort Stevens. Fortunately, no lives were lost in the incident.
All right, I've come over to Fort Stevens State Park. I've already checked out the shipwreck of the Peter Ardell, and I really just spent a couple of minutes there because now I'm off to a serene hike with a chance of spotting wildlife. So let's go check out Coffinbury Lake. Already I can tell you this is a trail I never would have decided to do on my own. It really does seem much more like an angler's trail, but we're going with it. I'm not questioning, I'm not overthinking, I'm just going with the plan. You ain't gotta ask me. We can hit the road, got room in the backseat. Boys from the back street. I am going to treat this hike like a late morning workout and hustle through it as quickly as possible. Okay, almost there. Push. Let's keep going. Whew. Okay, the car is within view. Okay. What's the plan? Also, I need a stretch. Oh, number 3, Cannon Beach. It's supposed to be late morning. It is now 12:25. We are running behind. I'm gonna just touch my toes for like 3 seconds and then we're gone.
Haystack Rock measures to a height of 235 feet and is comprised of basalt. This monolith was once connected to the mainland, but years of erosion has separated it from the coastline. The isolation of the sea stack provides natural sanctuary for several species of birds and other marine wildlife, and now Haystack Rock is protected as a wilderness area.
This is so cool. Honestly, I had formerly thought of Haystack Rock as sort of like an Instagram thing, like just come take a picture of the rock. But I didn't realize it was a sanctuary for birds and other marine wildlife, sea stars. And a whole collection of sea stars is called a constellation. And also, I thought that they were starfish, but I just learned that they're sea stars. And the largest puffin population in the United States, south of Alaska, lives right up there.
As I retreated down the beach from Haystack Rock, I noticed that the puffins started dive bombing off the sea stack. Paired with the vocalization of the gulls, I was curious to find the source of the commotion. It was then that I spotted a bald eagle, presumably on a hunt.
Lunch did the trick. I'm satisfied. It came out super fast. I placed my order, got up, went into the restroom, and as soon as I came back out, it was already on the table. Now, that's the nature of the things I ordered. I ordered the clam chowder, coleslaw with shrimp, and the home-baked bread. All those things are already prepared, so it was just a matter of putting them into serving dishes, and then out to my table they went. Easy peasy. Now we're headed to the next location, which is another nearby state park, and I'm gonna do a little hike. After ChatGPT suggested this trail to me, I did download it on All Trails so that I could learn a bit more about it and just be well oriented when I'm actually on the trail. This one is only a little over a mile long, and it is easy because I asked ChatGPT for easy hikes today so I could do lots of different things. only a few minutes in, but I can say the thing I really like about this hike is that it combines that lush Pacific Northwest rainforest landscape with coastal scenes, and that is very apropos to the environment. Excuse me, but there is a waterfall emptying out onto this beach right now. Hello? I had no idea. This is awesome. Sea caves, which are very cool, but also I just love this basalt. This is so cool. Why do I love basalt so much? Why am I obsessed? It's weird. Okay, let's check out the sea caves. Okay. Locked. I think the tide's coming in because my feet are thoroughly wet inside my waterproof boots, and that's only because the water came up over the top of the boot and went in. No worries. I'll head back to the car, take them off, and off to our penultimate destination. I scream, you scream, we all scream for? Yeah, we're headed for Tillamook.
Tillamook Cheese Factory hosts over 1.3 million tourists each year, and I think I got towards the end of a long line of them. This facility offers a self-paced, self-guided tour of the cheese and ice cream making process. Since I arrived just 20 minutes prior to closure, I only had time to jump in line to secure my waffle cone.
Oh my gosh, that was so much ice cream.
With chocolate brownie and Marionberry pie flavors.
Also, I think they have, well, I know there's a self-guided facility tour, but I just made it in under the wire. Basically, I got in line for ice cream, and that's all I had time to do. Now, I could have done the tour and then not waited in line and gone to a grocery store to buy ice cream, but I didn't want to do it like that. All right, I am getting tired and I'm about ready to slip into a food coma after all that ice cream, but I have one more stop. Let's go. I'm out on one last little hike to something called the Octopus Tree, and I can't even really imagine what that is, but we're about to find out. Now it's very different, but the only thing I've seen that kind of reminds me of it is the large banyan tree in Lahaina on Maui. Unfortunately, that's the area that got ravaged by the fire last summer, but whoa, that's so interesting. Take a look. I have just a few more minutes with you this evening, and I wanted to take a moment to say thank you for watching. I have had so much fun today, and part of that joy is that I had zero expectation of anything because I didn't plan any of this. Totally do this again. Let me know if this was interesting for you to watch, if this is something you tried. Leave me a comment. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you again.